Hello, good evening everyone. So sorry about that, we had connection issues. So what I'm going to try and do now, I'm going to try and get Jennifer on again. Let's see. Oh, welcome Queen Makeda 19. Higher Way of Life. Nice to see you both on. Right, so I've sent Jen a request again, and let's see if we can possibly get her on. Welcome, Queen. Thank you. Right, so I think, right, so I've just done a request to Jennifer. Let's see if we can get her on. So I hope you're all doing well this evening. So we had a few difficulties. So I'm just going to send Jen a request again and see if she's able to join. I think it's just like maybe the signal in the area or something like that. I don't know. But let's try again. We kind of got through, but we kind of didn't get all the way through. Oh, thanks, A Way Alive. It's the gram. It's always the gram with our technical difficulties. Oh, thank you. So how are you all doing today? I hope all well. So for now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get into it while I wait for Jen to join. So the other day, I was talking a lot about protein, or the other week in my Instagram live. Yeah, Mercury, all right. I'll blame Mercury. Hi to Afrocentrics. How are you? So yeah, I don't know if we can get Jen on. So basically, last week I was talking a lot about protein, and basically just getting that balance of the protein and the moisture in the hair, because it's like around the time for me where I'm due for a protein treatment. So I hadn't done a protein treatment since I think it was July, and so I noticed that my hair needed that kind of protein, gives the hair kind of that punch, kind of that kick to give it the strength. So you always need more moisture, but you need the protein to give it the hair the strength. Oh, that's good to hear, to Afrocentrics. I'm glad to hear you're well. So with the protein, it just builds up the hair's like kind of structure and makes it stronger. So everybody needs like moisture and protein. So but protein not as much. So what I did in one of my previous videos is I made two jellies. So those jellies took about I did a black rice jelly, and then I did a henna jelly. So with the black rice jelly, that took about, I left the rice soaking for about 2 hours. So with that, I didn't leave it any more than that, because black rice is very potent, and you'll be disgusted if you leave it beyond like a few hours, because it'll just turn into fur. I don't know why. It's so bizarre, and it just it was something that I was like, okay, this is interesting. I know that the water tends to evaporate fast from it when you're soaking it, but it literally just goes off. It's a very live I'd say live culture or something like that. It's a very powerful ingredient. They actually call it forbidden rice because it was something that was a delicacy, or a very rare delicacy. It was the people from China would actually consume it. it would only be like certain classes that would consume it. So I can see the reason why, because you got to use that stuff straight away. So you can do, like I said, you can, in my video, you can do a white rice water jelly, or you can do the black rice. With the black rice, it is more money than the white rice, but I wouldn't say it's that much more money. And then with the white rice, you can leave that fermenting, but the only difference with the two is the black rice doesn't smell like the white rice water. So I'd say I'd rather pick the black rice over the white rice, because one, because it has more nutrients in it and stuff like that, and then secondly, with the black rice as well, it's quicker to soak, it's just easier to deal with, and it doesn't come with that kind of strange sicky smell. So I was putting emphasis on that with the protein, because it's so important that we get that balance. And you will notice in your hair, like it goes from like if you do a protein treatment, it goes from really strong to really limp hair if you get too much moisture in the hair. And they basically call it hydral fatigue. So that's something where you have too much water in the hair. So today, I don't think we're gonna get Jen on, because I don't know what's happening here, but I'm trying to get her to join on the live, and then so she can actually so bear with me, guys, ladies and gents. Won't be a moment, and then if not, we're just gonna go on. We're just gonna go on to discuss some other things. So today I've actually got a special kind of, I'm not sponsored by them, but I've basically got an affiliate kind of partnership with Ghana's Fresh, and they do like all kinds of natural stuff. Like they're very good, like they basically do things that you can use in your hair care routine and your skincare routine. So as soon as I saw their stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, I really like love the sound of what they do. So we kind of like, I think it was a thing of that, I can't remember, I was just like speaking to them, oh hi Miss Rebel Jewel. So I was kind of just like hi, embracing my curls. So I was kind of just like speaking to them, because I've been in like similar WhatsApp groups with them for a while, and basically I was like to them, oh right, like can I give you like kind of a shout out on my page? Because what I do is I recommend like businesses on my YouTube, and they were like, oh, why don't you become an affiliate? I was like, perfect, because I was looking for affiliates. And so I'm one for Skin Medics, and then I'm one as well for Ghana's Fresh. So what they've done is I did an order the other day. So they do like all natural stuff that we need, that's so important, because like Miss Rebel Jewel invited me to a live with Honestly Vegan. So with her lives, she emphasizes about what you put. It's not just about what you put on the outside, it's what you put on the inside, and I really do believe that. Hi, Exclusive Beauty Hair Store. So I really do believe that. Hi, I am me, Shelly. Hi, Wonder Whips. How are you all? Yes, I really do believe this. Like, not what you just put on the outside. Oh, thank you, Beauty. Yeah, so it's not just what you put on the outside, it's what you put on the inside. I do exercising every day, and I'm struggling with this package right here. I do exercising every day. I do need to like step up on it, but I do. Hi, Miss Spacey. Yes, I do exercising, but not only that, I do kind of monitor what I eat. Yes, I have a treat once in a while, but this is what I loved about Ghana's Fresh, because they specialize in the more natural products. So I'm trying to get this open, but it's just not happening this evening. I don't know what's going on. I'll get it open by hook or by crook. How are you, Miss Basie? Lovely to see you on. And so they do like things like teas and I know I'm halfway. So and I'm opening it with my hands. There we go. So so the first thing that I've got from them is, I don't know if you can see it, my ring light's a bit strong. Let me move it forward a bit. Oh yeah, there we go. So natural shea soap. So with this, you guys can see yeah, no wonder Whips, the struggle was real. So natural shea soap. So with this one, is pure butter soap. It's suitable for it's just suitable for vegetarians, but I'm hoping it's suitable for vegans. I'm sure it is. Yeah, so it's got pure shea butter, cocoa potash extract. That sounds interesting. Moringa oil. It's got palm kernel oil, neem oil, coconut oil, so cocoa potash extract. I've never heard of that. I'm going to do my research because I don't know what it is, to be honest. And then it says it helps. It's a natural remedy for dry skin and hair, for eczema, dermatitis and dandruff. So it aids with allergies and itching, skin burn, damage, blemishes. Yeah, I totally agree. Wonder Whips, neem is good. I've got neem powder and stuff at home. So with this, I'm going to open it up. It doesn't smell of much. I used to buy black soap. Oh, neem oil is good, Miss Rebel Jewel. And neem powder is very good as well. Put it in one of my previous videos as well. So neem is like a cleansing kind of how do you say, a cleansing powder or cleansing kind of component, and it actually aids things like itching and inflammation. Hi Takia. So this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like it's very soft, so as you can see, it's not dry. Like I remember when I said to them, oh, will the black soap be dry? And they said no, because we put like kind of oils in it, because I've used black soap in the past where it's been very drying on my skin. So I suffer sometimes like little acne breakouts on my skin. So the only thing I wanted to use natural was a black soap, because apparently it helps with that. So this is really good. It literally looks like some kind of I can't describe it, just something like creamy, but it has like that kind of raisin color look to it. So let's see. Oh, it's got like a kind of like sticky thing to like consistency or texture. So that's something that's quite gonna be like easy to apply. The oils help protect the skin. Yeah, that it does look good, doesn't it? Wonder Whips. So that's something that one you can use like on the skin, of course, but in our case, that's something that you can like just use on the actual, yeah, Tucky, it looks good. So that's something that you can actually dilute. That's something that I'm actually going to put in one of my videos, because oh, hi Jennifer. So Jennifer's here. Oh, so Queen, you use black soap every 3 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get Jenna on again. And let's see. There we go. So I've just sent Jenna a request. And then I hope we can get her on. So that's one of, just waiting to see if Jen can join on. So that's one of the other things. Oh, yay, there we go.
Hey,
Hi,
I made it back.
okay. Oh, wow.
You,
Hello.
you know, I'm not familiar with all of the social media platforms. I'm getting familiar now.
That's okay. Oh, that's okay. So I hope your day's going well, Jen.
Going great.
Oh,
We've managed to get
fantastic.
through a few things. I'm just trying to situate myself in a place that I'm not going to be disturbed, and that's pretty
Yeah.
hard as well.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. And I love your wrap and the earrings. Yeah.
Ah,
Can you see
well,
me, Jen?
yes, yeah, I can see you,
Oh,
and I
good.
can.
You know what? I should have worn my earrings by Rebel because she, Miss Rebel Jill, because Jen, she does stunning earrings or jewelry. You'd like.
You'll
I
have
know
to
what
send
I'm
me
gonna
some
do for
pictures.
Christmas.
Yeah,
So
you'll have to
yeah, I know
send
you
me.
love earrings and stuff. So
These are from
yeah,
my shop. Yeah, you might
yeah.
recognize
Oh,
them from my shop.
beautiful.
Yeah, the wrap too. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. So,
Oh,
Jen, yeah, we're gonna get into it because yeah, just so we get into this now. So,
yeah,
thanks for joining me as well, and I
you're very
appreciate
welcome.
you. So we've known each other for like a good few years now, and I say like you're like my kind of like the person. Oh, hi guys that have joined on, and my brother as well. He's just joined on.
Uh,
So for us, like we kind of connect on that spiritual level.
Thank
So
you.
I
Yeah,
like say I appreciate everything you do.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, well, I hope
so
I make myself worthy of your appreciation.
no, you have. I hope the same as well. I hope the same as well. So Jen, can you see? Because it's kind of sticking just a little bit.
No, I can see
You can,
you very
because it
clearly.
uh,
Everything is
um
good.
yeah, oh brilliant, because it keeps freezing just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How little
So Jen, so yeah, so today's like our natural wash day. I do a live every week, and I just wanted to kind of get like I wanted us to come together because we always talk about different things. One
yeah,
of the things we talk about is the hair topics as well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
just give me a bit of your background to
Okay,
start with.
background in terms of my heritage, you mean?
Yeah, or just anything, yeah, anything in general, just a bit about yourself.
Okay, right. Well, I'm an Africanist. Always have been. I come from a very religious family. My father's a pastor. My mother's very strong Christian, Caribbean, Jamaican parentage, born in Britain. And yeah, I'm older than I look.
No, really? No.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I love the part where you say your heritage is Africa because I could totally relate on that. So that's a beautiful thing. So with that kind of connection, what is your first kind of memory of natural hair, like growing up? And was there anyone that inspired you when you were growing up with certain styles that you had?
Memory of natural hair. Um, well, my parents are Seventh-day Church of God, and you know, you're not allowed to touch your hair in terms of putting any straighteners. In those days, it was straighteners. You're not allowed to straighten your hair. This is really a sin. You know, you're going to hell if you straighten your hair. Seventh day. You're not allowed to put chemicals and things in your hair. So our hair is always natural. But people did wear wigs, but they were not allowed to touch their natural hair. My first memory with my hair is the pain of getting your hair plaited. But I think I'm more fortunate than my younger sisters, because my hair is very fine compared to theirs. They're very thick hair. So yeah, first memory is the pain of the after wash plaiting.
I hear you. So you got like, well, like myself, I've got fine hair, and that's something where it's like, okay, yeah, you just don't really sometimes it takes a while to kind of understand, like, oh, you know what, compared to my sisters, well, we've all got fine hair, but I understand that with the whole difference with, was it a thing that did you have to find your own way in doing your own hair growing up? Or was that something that, did you all have to have the same style if the textures were slightly different?
Those were days when our mother would plait our hair. So I don't really remember that, to be honest. You know, I think we had some freedom of choice. I want this plait here, I want one big one there, and, you know, I want little ones here or something. But for me, going into my teenage years, I was a free thinker when it came to my hair, and my hair was mostly always natural till I got to about 19. I think I combed my hair.
Are you okay? So was that your first perm?
Yeah, curly perm, a wet perm. Do you remember those? The wet look?
Yeah,
Do you remember
I
that?
do. Yeah. Well, it's still in now. It's still very much the age now.
Yeah. And
Oh wow.
greasy collars and things like that, you know, with the wet perm. Yeah, with the wet perm.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's fantastic. So for you, what was it like? So like with the environment you were back then, and can I just say shout out to all the ladies and the gents that have joined on and that are saying hello to you all. um, so with hi everyone. So when you were growing up, so like you did your first curly perm at 19. So what was the style that you kind of enjoyed, that you kind of rocked, like kind of like when you were growing up? And then also, is it something that kind of influenced your style currently?
No, I always liked to have kind of it's like an afro bob,
Yeah.
mushroom kind of style. The people that influenced me most during my teenage years is probably Joan Armatrading, and also some of the singers, but they always had their hair very straight, but it was an inspiration to see how lovely they looked, how beautiful they looked when they, I don't know, the wigs or whatever, but I would admire because they looked glamorous, didn't they? With their flowing hair on stage singing, and
oh, that's good. So it's like like the diversity of like how we can actually wear our hair and stuff like that, and it's so beautiful to see that we can switch up the style however we like, when we like, you know. So it's nice to have that kind of I say it's kind of having that. I did a post, I can't remember what I said it was called, but we have so many style ranges in our hair, and then it's such a beautiful thing. So I love that answer. I love that.
Yeah.
So, would you say you had, so Joe Trade was one of your icons. So, what is your actual kind of thoughts on the natural hairstyling and sewings and things, styles like braids? What's your kind of take on the styles in general? And what would you say is the style? I know you're saying you had like a kind of mushroom style. Um, but what was your kind of uh, opinion on each style kind of thing? And what would you say was your actual favorite, absolute favorite look?
I've always been a fan of natural hair. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I did curly perm my hair once, but I've always been in favor of natural hair. I would just wear my hair in an afro. Um, I would feel conscious of it at school because everybody's else's hair seems to be so much better than my hair. But
Yeah.
when I left school, I always loved wearing my hair natural, just part it down the middle, coming out to the side, it's sticking out like that and going like this and patting it down.
Oh.
It would stay in a form kind of shape. And then after my curly perm, that's when um, I started to grow dreadlocks in
Ah.
my curly perm was probably around about 17 actually. Yeah,
Oh,
then I
really? Oh, gosh. So we got to be quick. So when did you kind of when did you I think Queen's going off. See you, Queen Makita. So when did you like start doing your hair in locks? And was that
um,
something that just stay a style that stayed with you? Because I love your locks, and I think it's one of those styles that you just have to. It's one of them things. It's hard to pull off, and you pull it off
yeah,
so well. It's a beautiful style.
yeah. Thank you, darling. Um, in my late teenage, I grew locks the first time growing my curly perm out, and
Hmm.
I was very, very happy about my world transformed actually because I saw how people reacted differently to um, someone with locks and actually wrapped hair because I'd wrapped my hair as a teenager. I felt very conscious
Yeah.
of myself as a person of African heritage, and I
Oh,
really always
wow.
I felt connected to myself that way. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
And was it a thing of that your style, I'm sure, influenced them, but it was like, were you like one of not many that, of course,
Definitely,
were, yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you stood out anyway, but yeah, I can imagine because it's like one of those things where you feel like, did you feel like you had to conform to a certain way, but in that sense you still rocked the locks in any case after growing out the curly perm?
Yeah, definitely. Especially coming from a religious family, people, parents of who are pastors who started a church and lead others in that way. You know, you're not supposed to wear dreadlocks either. You know,
Mm, oh wow,
yeah,
oh, I didn't even realize that.
going way
Wow.
against the grain. Yeah,
Yeah, wow. So it's like it was very
laying it back down
like,
to the garage. Yeah,
oh, so it's very much like do not touch your hair because you have
yeah,
to keep in this natural state.
that's right. Yeah, but
Oh,
covering it was okay.
covering it was fine. Just so, but you wear. I love the fact that you do wear a lot of wraps. So, was there something? And that's something that I'm slowly embrace. I've only gotten to recently really embrace wrapping hair, wrapping my hair. So, that's something that you always switch up the styles and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
who's your kind of go-to for the hair wrap? And how did you kind of get into it as well?
Um, well, I've been wearing wraps since I was a teenager. I'm in my 50s now,
Mm.
give it away. And
Yeah.
um, and I would just take cloth, African cloth and wrap my hair, and it was as simple as that. Um, there isn't a go-to person really for me in that respect. I see material, I like it, it's going on my head.
Yeah.
I see a skirt I like, the textile is a skirt, I'll cut it up and it's going on my head. Yeah,
Ooh.
I've worn different clothing on my head too, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! Because I kind of I did a video a while back to say it was called that's a wrap, and what I spoke about is the emphasis on the way that protective hairstyle should be worn. So is that kind of your protective, another form of protective hairstyling with the wraps, or is that more of something that you do to kind of celebrate your culture kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it's more of a spiritual and cultural thing for me. Um, um, I wore my hair, my dreadlocks out at one point, you know, sometimes. But when I returned to England, I was traveling at the time, I felt very, I don't know, I really felt I needed to keep my hair wrapped. One of the reasons was I was surprised about the number of people of non-African heritage who were wearing dreadlocks and how it became a fashion. And for me, it wasn't about fashion, it was more about my internal feeling of being grounded, connected with myself. And so I felt to kind of separate from that, I really needed to keep my hair wrapped, and that made me feel, you know, really like myself again, you know.
Oh,
I don't know if
that's
that makes really sense to you, but I think maybe some people can understand what this kind of
yeah.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you, in a sense that you want to connect with your own identity, because that is something like you grew up in the church. I can relate to that. I grew up in the church and everybody was wrapping their hair. Everyone was either wearing their hair wrapped or like tied in a scarf style, or they'd have a beret. And there was a lot of judgment, like you say, where if you weren't wearing the head wrapped or covered,
Yeah.
unless you were a child, then there'd be a lot of
It's
yeah,
true.
no news. Do you know what I mean? So I think going back to, it should be the norm that we as a people should be allowed to wrap our hair without having to go to the everybody can wear their hair how they like, but without having to go to the extreme of the hair damage with putting a wig on or a weave as a
Yeah.
protective hairstyle. It should be okay, well, I've got to protect my hair, so it's going to be the wrap, just like
Yes. Yeah.
exactly what you do.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic.
But just to say, with the wrap, I have a problem with my hair,
Yeah.
and I have
Mm,
a problem with my hair, and sometimes I think, I wonder if it's because I wear the wrap too much, or I wear the wrap too tight, or
mm.
yeah, there could be those issues as well for someone who wears the wrap every day, all the
Yeah.
time. That
Mhm.
I think that way. I'm not sure, Sophie. I'm coming to
Yeah.
you for the advice on that later
Yeah,
on.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I say all silk everything, Jen, silk everything. And
I tend
that
to,
is the thing.
yeah, I tend to use a lot of silk because I love silk, but I also use a lot of cotton like this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, ditch the cotton. Well, but you can wear them both. So what I
Yeah, silk
normally
and
do is I wear my silk. So my silk is here, and then the cotton is on top. So yeah.
okay. Okay, I'll remember that. Take
Definitely. So at least you
minutes,
can,
so don't
you
get
don't
this.
have to kind of sacrifice your wraps.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So yeah. So the next question I'm going to say ask is, what's your favorite kind of go-to products?
Sophie, I am so basic.
That's good.
I am really, really basic. I am
Yeah.
always looking for something natural, but I am also lazy. Too
Ah.
lazy to actually create and take the time. I'm always too, actually, I shouldn't say that. Perhaps I'm too busy to actually take the time out to do the things that's really good for my hair. My hair
Yeah.
suffers, is a sacrifice for me in some respects. Dreadlocks
Mm.
are easy in the beginning, but really difficult later on because you've got to care for them. And I prefer the easy way. So go-to
Mm.
products, I don't really have one. I don't really have one because each time I find a product that seems really good, it's got argan oil or it's um, something really good, shea butter, then I find the
Yeah.
other stuff that's in it that I don't really like. I can smell it, I can feel it in my hair, and I don't enjoy them. So right now in Paraguay, I am using a pure coconut soap. Now the coconut it's the
Oh.
soap for the body, but the moisture in it is so nice. I tried it on my hair, because all the shampoos that I found had stuff in that I don't want to put on my head. And I tried the soap on my hair, and I really loved it. I don't know what it's doing to my hair. I have to see after a few weeks of using it,
Mm-hmm.
but it made my hair feel soft, moisturized, and very nice. I was really happy.
Oh.
I was very impressed. But it's pure coconut.
Pure coconut. Wow. And where is that something that you get yourself, or is it something that you get from somewhere in?
I actually buy it it's one of the soaps that was recommended when this whole drama in our world started for washing your hands because it's full of
Yeah. Oh.
moisture.
Yeah.
So a recommendation to the people, um,
Mm.
and a very good one because it is full of moisture, but it's really good for my hair. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
can buy it
coconut.
in many shops.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
coconut's one of those things where it actually penetrates their hair shafts. Oh, my sister's on. Hey, Coco. And hey, everyone that's joined.
Mm.
Yeah, so, Miss Rebel Jewel, I agree now you're talking my language. So, coconut is something that penetrates the hair shaft. Hey, Chantal. It's so good. It's so important to have the coconut in the hair care routine. And I was just showing everyone before, like this soap that I actually got from Ghana's Fresh, and that has coconut oil in it, so you can use it as a shampoo as well. So that's fantastic. So is that something that you think people could, if I was to find a link, that anyone can get it like online, or
Um,
is it
I don't know
something
if I
that's
would recommend it either.
right?
So I was look, show you. This is a very large
You
packet.
got it. Ooh. Oh wow.
Yeah,
It looks like
feeling that we
chocolate.
talk about, so I bought it with me. Yeah, so it's like it's very pure.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's it really. But I think this is a Paraguayan product. It's made in Paraguay from. They have different types of coconut here, and some of them they don't eat because they're very
Mm.
tiny cocos, and
Mm.
yeah, but they use them to make other things like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Oh, that's good. So it comes in like looks like a chocolate bar.
exactly. That's probably what
Yeah.
I did first. But no.
And then how do you do it? Do you dilute it, or do you just apply it
Literally,
to?
it's literally a bar of soap for the
Right.
body.
So you
Yeah.
use it like black soap.
Yeah, I just wet my hair,
Ah.
lather it up in my hair, and
Mhm.
give my hair a good wash.
Oh, fun. You know what I'll do? I'm going to check online, and then if I can find it, I'm going to post a link. So if anyone would like to have the option, because I'm going to post a Ghana's Fresh, but I'm also going to post that look search for that one, because that sounds really good. and it's good
Yeah.
you can just work it through the hair. And then
Mhm.
because it's natural, I can imagine it'll just dissolve easily as well.
Yeah, it was very nice to use. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Oh,
not a care of my hair, honestly. I'm really, really lazy when it comes to hair, but
but you got that fundamental, because most with natural hair anyway, we all need some kind of. Some people say that coconut doesn't agree with them, but a lot of the times, most people do use coconut oil in their hair care
yeah,
regime. So that's
yeah,
just ideal. That sounds like a gem.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think I found the solution for me being here.
Yeah, and I don't think our hair, even though we think it might need all different types of products, I think our hair in general doesn't need as much as we think it does.
Sophie, I'm a great believer in, God put everything on this creation, on this earth for us that we need. I don't think we really
Mm,
need all these manufactured products. That's my opinion.
yeah.
Everything is there for us. Only we're in the wrong environment quite often. European environment is not established for people of African heritage, so we might not find all the things in the nature that are the best for our hair, our bodies, etc. So we have to think about that and try
Yeah,
to reach out and get the things that are really made for us. Things
that I'll
from
make
water,
so. Mm.
climate. Yeah,
Wow, I love that. I agree with you totally. Just like returning kind of back to what nature intended for our hair.
very
So
much.
I like that. I appreciate that. It's such a good. It's all about that mindset as well. So yeah, I agree with you. So
Yeah.
kind of my last question is, this is one where I think, okay, well, we're going through a lot right now, as you know, with lockdown, and with
Yeah.
coming to realization with like things like vaccinations and stuff like that. We're being more awakened to things. So my question is, where do you kind of see the natural hair movement in the next 5 years or 10 years time?
How honest do you want me to be?
Well, if you want to summarize it in a nutshell on how you can be honest. You can
Okay.
be honest.
Brutally honest, I think that people have to realize that the dangers of some of the things that are being put in the products, as you mentioned, the time that
Mm,
we are in the globe at the moment, this very unique situation, I think people will start to realize that the things that are created are not necessarily created in our best interest.
mm-hmm,
They'll, you know,
mm,
wake up to that bare fact that products are there to sell and to make money. The consequences on the people is not of any relevance to those who are profiting from it. But we have to realize what is good for us and what is bad for us. I think now, especially with the Black Lives Matters movement, people of African heritage are becoming more conscious, aware, and accepting of their African heritage. And I think that people will start to go back to the natural way, realize and accept we don't need these chemicals. We don't need to be putting these unnatural things on our skins. It's going into
mm,
our bloodstreams. It's affecting
mm,
our bodies. It's creating, you know, cancerous cells and all kinds of things that we don't need that are is not going to help our life in the long term. We need to put an end to that, and we need to live simply in order to simply live. I think I heard that somewhere. Um, and our hair, we need to appreciate and love our hair. I I hope we'll go back to basics, in order to start again, um, considering ourselves, not taking what others have prepared for us, the concoctions, putting them on our hair, but creating for ourselves what is good for us and good for our children. Yeah, and appreciating our hair. Next 10 years, I hope to see some big afros. I really hope to see some big afros being enjoyed by both males and females. And all the other styles that we do. So many.
Yeah, it's so diverse. I love that answer because it's can you imagine in 5 years' time? It actually takes 5 years to really grow out or have the healthy hair that you do kind of like look to, or it doesn't even have to be the growth, it can be just the health of the hair. It takes 5 years. So can you imagine? And that's something that's like half a generation. It's a generation of people to influence. So I love that, and I hope that is something that we can see in the next 5 to 10 years, because it's like that's something where we're the ones that can make the difference. If you'll agree with me, we're the ones. It starts with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I love what you have done, Sophie. I really do love what you've done, because we spent the last few years together, and seeing how you've transformed in terms of your hair, and in terms of how you think about your care, things that you eat. You know, I've been with you and seen the transformation, you know, and I love what you're doing. It's brilliant. So
thank you. And you're one of my inspirations as well, because I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what, like always, it's always been a thing of the colors or how you style it. Everything just looks so royal, and like everything just looks so finely put together. So that was something where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna like kind of rock like how Jen's doing it. So you've always been an inspiration to me. So I appreciate you like so much, and just and on a spiritual level, because it was that it's not just the outside, it's the mindset is on. We, like I was saying in the beginning, we connected on that spiritual level. So it's like you for me were like my kind of sister counselor, like my well, I've got two sisters, I've got two beautiful sisters, so you're like my you know, another sister of mine, and it just felt like we connected so on that deeper level, who we are, well, not who you are, but I got to like learn a lot from you, because it's who you are as a person, because it has to go deeper than the hair, because there are a lot of people that say, you know what, I don't like my natural hair, but you can't kind of have two things, like want the healthy hair or long hair but not love your hair. So it's got to come with that spiritual sense, and I think that's what helped with me as well. So I'll definitely forever appreciate that.
Yeah, and this is you. You're very gracious, Sophie. Thank you.
Oh, no,
more ways than you realize too.
Oh, thank you. No, I appreciate you as well, and the fact that you come on from all the way from Paraguay, I appreciate it, bringing us some nice weather.
We have to support each other. This is what it's all about. Let's support and inspire each other continuously.
Definitely, I agree with that. I love that sentiment.
I'm following your videos and your Instagram. I'm following your shows. I'm passing them on to my daughter. She's bought a wig for the first time. It's the first time gone non-natural. It's very unusual circumstance for me, and thinking, this is my daughter in a wig that doesn't look very African heritage, and now how do I deal with this? So it's been a different conversation. Okay, I accept. Don't make a fuss, Jennifer. She's got her reason for doing it, and leave it at that. So I'm sharing all of your videos with Hanson, so she has no excuse. My hair has a problem, that problem.
just, you
So,
know what? Just keep bombarding her with links. There's so many natural hair care channels out there as well. So if she gets bored of me, she can. There's so many of them that she can
she
watch.
loves you. She loves you.
She's how old is she again? Is she 20?
She's
She's
20, she's 22.
22. So
Yeah.
I do hope she does. I hope she does kind of make that switch, because I know when I was 22, I was like asking my hairdressers to say the tighter the sewing the possible. And if I'd have known that, I'm 34 now, if I'd have known that all that time 12 years ago, then I
Yeah.
would have made that transition. If I knew the damage it would, then I would have made that transition a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah,
So
we learn. Takes time. Everybody has their timing. Yeah.
yeah, well, we got
Our hair
5 weeks.
loving ourselves. Loving our
Yeah,
hair is loving ourselves, who we are.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, I love that, Jen. I love that sentiment, and yeah, I just appreciate you coming on today. And
Thank you, Sophie, for the
I hope we
invitation.
can do another live soon again
Yeah,
as well. It'll be so
definitely.
fun.
I'll take my wrap off for you at that time.
Yeah, just bring yourself, your sunshine enough, and bring the sunshine too, because
Yeah,
seriously, I think we're all enjoying like
yeah.
the view from what we can see. And it's just I love your all of your posts and stuff, because it just makes me
Thank
feel
you.
relaxed and everything like that.
Oh, bless
So
you, darling.
we'll
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
bring some sunshine again.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much, Jen. So
You're very
I'm gonna
welcome.
wrap up now, and thank you for coming on, and
Yeah,
thank you for everyone that's tuned
so,
in as well.
yes.
Bye
Thank
everyone. So
you for tuning in.
yeah, so thank you so much, and we'll definitely come again soon.
Okay.
I hope you can check us out. And this is going to be available on YouTube as well. So I hope you can check it out if you have missed it. So,
Yes.
so we'll see you soon.
Thank
Take
you.
care, Jen, and take
Look
care,
forward to this
everyone.
spell you well.
Mwah.
Thanks,
Good,
love
take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.